continuation of Man in Search of Man series. Presently I am in Gujarat state in search of the 5 primitive tribes who are inhabiting in Gujarat state. Gujarat is a very big state. The tribes are distributed widely entire state. Traveling and reaching the tribes, identifying the tribes, who is a primitive tribe is also very difficult. I came here, I have approached the director of the Tribal Research Institute. He helped me and he has given me Raju Bhai to take his help in identifying and to go for the tribal villages. He is Raju Bhai who is working in a Tribal Research Institute since last 6 years. Visit to document ethnic vision. Now we will let us find out with the Raju Bhai where these tribes are inhabiting, and then we will take a plan how to go to those regions and how to identify the primitive tribes to document the ethnic visions. Mahua is the place where these people are, Kothodi people are concentrated and living over there.
और महुआ से वो दूसरा है, अभी वो तापी में है, एक सोनगढ़ में भी है थोड़ी, और उच्चल में भी है.
अच्छा,
तीनों ब्लॉक में है. महुआ, उच्चल, निजर और सोनगढ़.
So these are the 4 blocks they are inhabiting. We are planning to visit these 4 blocks and identify a traditional ethnic culture where it is existing, and we are going for the documentation of the ethnic. The Kolgha tribes are inhabiting in the interior jungles or in the peripheries of the caste people villages, and most of them are living in the remote regions. So to reaching them is very difficult. Of course, the national highways in Gujarat are very good, but the roads leading to the tribal villages are very narrow, and almost all the places connecting to the villages of the tribals are ghat roads, which you are observing here. So it takes a lot of time to reach the aboriginal places. The villages where Kolgha are living is called as Kolgha Vas. The first reference of Kolgha was referred in Gazetteer of Bombay Presidency in 1901, which provides some information about their characteristics and the way of life they are leading. Mr. R.E. Enthoven in 1922, in his works on the tribes and castes of Bombay Presidency, mentions about the Kolgha tribe. He is mentioned that this tribe was considered most backward and unclean. I think इसमें कितना घर है यहाँ? 300 घर. 300 households are there. This is the, we can say this is the biggest Kolgha village in Gujarat state. The Kolgha are also called as Kolcha, Dhor-koli and Tokra-Koli. So they will be calling different synonyms. Actually they are called as Kolcha, and Kolcha, Kolgha, Dhor-koli and Tokra-koli. These are the different synonyms. The Dhor-koli means, Dhor means cow, and they are used to have domestication of animals. That is why they called as Dhor-koli. That means Koli means people, Dhor means the cow. Then they are called as Tokra-koli. Tokra means the basket and Koli means people. They used to make the baskets also and used to sell the baskets. Presently they are not. That is why they have lost that occupation also. This is the synonym names which they will be calling. And now let us find out. आपका कोलगा में 2 ग्रुप बोलता है. डोकरी-कोली भी बोलता है क्या आप लोगों को? डोकरी-कोली, टोकरा-कोली, क्यों कहीं खावे? कोई भी बतावे? कोलगा और कोरगा. बोलो ठीक से. Kolgha. They now they claim the name status that is as a Kolgha, and the different synonyms they have slowly they have forgotten. The living conditions of the Kolgha are very poor, which you can observe here. The houses they have constructed with the bamboos and wood which are available from the jungle. Almost all the houses they have tile roof, but the walls are made with the bamboo which you can observe here. They will make the bamboo mats with the splitting of this bamboo which you can observe here, and they will keep it as walls and apply cow dung with mud on both the sides of the bamboo mat so that it will protect from wind and cold. Most of the houses, very few houses have grass houses. Here you can see very few people are having the land, that to 10 cents or 20 cents. They will grow paddy in those lands, and fuel is a very important one for them. They doesn't have the fuel and they are not allowed to go to the jungle to cut the wood. Here you can see here the cow dung cakes they have made and preserved for their cooking purposes. In Indira Awas and Patel Awas, some houses has been given by the government, that houses also made with the bamboo and wood. Some of them doesn't have any shelter, which you observe here. This is a house of a old family members. See here, a lady looking into the sky. There is no shelter on her head. That is the house where she is living. And more than 50% of the houses are like this, which you are observing here. Which you can see here. They are not able to build the walls. They have the traditional bamboo they have made, but it is not possible for them reconstruction. For that they have used these plastic gunny bags for covering the house. So here also you can see the top also, the tiles are broken. They are living in a pathetic condition. Very few of them are having the asbestos sheet houses provided by Indira Awas. They doesn't have a pakka houses at all. Even Indira Awas houses which has been constructed, they are not properly constructed. They are facing a lot of problem during rainy season. Entire water is coming inside. They are living in a pathetic condition. You can see the tiled houses. It is totally ruined, that houses. Totally ruined. The dress of both men and women is very simple. Women wear a sari and a blouse. Most of the times the women wear a nightie. Because of the poverty, they are not able to purchase the sari and blouse. So they will be wearing nighties both in daytime and night time, which you can observe here. They have too much poverty and there is no additional clothing for them to change also. The dress of a man consists of a shirt and a dhoti. Only the younger generation wearing the pant. Most of the men doesn't have the clothing and they will be using only dhotis. Kolgha community is divided into different clans. Here, presently in this village, we have 3 clans, that is called as Masiko, Bayakud and Wadivi. These are the 3 clans. The people who belong to the same clan are considered as brothers and sisters. They cannot marry within the clan. They have to go outside the clan for the marriage. The clan is also called as Goth. Within the Goth they cannot marry. Outside the Goth they have to marry. So consanguineous marriages are strictly prohibited. They cannot marry the consanguineous marriages. Only affinal, that too different Goth they have to go for arrangement of the marriage alliances. And also the marriage is performed in the bride's house, not in the bridegroom's house. The Kolgha family, the smallest basic social unit, is nuclear and patriarchal in nature. It is mostly a family of man, his wife and unmarried children. Sometimes divorced or unmarried brothers and sisters, dependent old parents are included in the family. However, married sons leave their family of orientation to start their own family of procreation within a year of their marriage. Family members form a close-knit group to struggle against the physical environment and earn their livelihood. Children are born and brought up in a very congenial atmosphere. They grow up while helping their parents in all subsistence activities. Succession and inheritance of property is strictly patrilineal. ऐसा नहीं करता है आप लोग
चांदलो करे ना अपने चांदलो यहाँ चांदला बोलता है सगाई को एंगेजमेंट को चांदला बोलते हैं
अच्छा इज कॉल्ड चांगला
चांदला
चांदला चांदला में क्या करता है चांदला में आप क्या क्या करता है सुनो बोलो
सगाई करे तेमा जमाड़वा खाना
खाना और
खर्च है जो हारवा चांदलो करवा एनाથી જમાડવા પડે એટલે ખર્ચ
વિધિ કઈ રીતે કરો
વિધિ કઈ રીતે
અમુક જગ્યાએ અમાર બાજુ કેવું ચાંદા હોય ને તો શું કરે છોકરી છોકરાને બેહારે હાથમાં શ્રીફળ
ये लिखा ना
चांद लड़की का बाप को लड़की को क्या क्या दिया चांदला का समय में
कपड़ा लीधा
कपड़ा ले आई पा
हाँ,
मंगलसूत्र ले आई
हाँ,
आकरा
और
आकरा
अकरा
और साड़ी
साड़ी और
चूड़ी का पीस
हाँ,
सब कुछ दिया
सब कुछ दिया है ओके
બીજું તો બાકી
हाँ,
દેજ કહેવામાં આવે અમારે દેજ
जो सगाई
અને
સગાઈ કે જે
હા, કપડા છે ને કપડા ઘેર હોય જેટલા હોય ને તેટલાના કપડા કરવાના
कपड़ा करवाना
आना
है
घरे, आना
अच्छा
घरे।
अच्छा
પછી આ પગમાંનું ફેરવાનું કાનમાં નાકમાં ગળામાં એ બધું પહેરવાનું હોય ને
she has to give all this jewelry everything
ज्वेलरी कपड़े
कपड़े
उसका वो घर वाले हैं उसके
हाँ,
लड़की के
हाँ।
उसका भी कपड़े उसको देना
આ
पड़ता
સોરાવાળા કરે અને
है लड़की के जितना भी मेंबर है
हाँ,
तो लड़की है इसके जो
माँ
मेंबर
बाप
है
भाई
माँ बाप को भी कपड़ा देना है
सबको देना।
लड़का
આપવા જ પડે
बहुत पैसा हो जाता है ये तो हाँ? The marriage generally it will be conducted in the bride's house. The bridegroom will go for the bride's house. The marriage will be performed there.
तरीके से होती है लोग चोरी का
ब्राह्मण आता है
ब्राह्मण
ब्राह्मण
भी
आता
आता है
है
वो चोरी भी होती है उसकी
अच्छा।
तो उसको वो
चोरी
जो
होती
फेरे
है
लेते हैं ना फेरे वाले सब लेते हैं
ब्राह्मण को बुलाना पड़ता है
ब्राह्मण का क्या बोलता है आप लोग
महाराज
महाराज
हाँ, महाराज।
अच्छा so here it is a little different marriage performance. They call a Brahmin priest they call as a Maharaj, and he will perform the marriage ceremony by tying the tali to the neck like Hindus they are performing, and their fire walking is also there, that we call as Saptapadi. They will be performing such a type of ceremony for the marriage, and these people are more exposed to the Hindu, that is Sanskritization. That is what which I am observing here. The impact of Hindus are more among this Kolgha population. We have different forms of marriage. The arranged marriage is called Chandalu, and elopement is called as Bagi Gayo, and marriage by service is also existing and is called as Garjamayo, and marriage by capture is also existing among these people, which is called as Glina To, and marriage by force, that means they are bringing the girl by forcibly to their house, it is called as Bagai Dio Leo. These are the different forms of marriages exist among these community. Divorce is allowed in this community. Before going for the divorce, it will go to the panchayat. Panchayat will decide the divorce. If they think they have paid as a dowry or a bride price, it has to be repaid before the divorce. Suppose the marriage is divorce is initiated by a lady, then she has to pay back the the dowry or the she has received from the first husband. Suppose if the husband initiates the divorce, she need not pay any kind of amount. The breastfeeding children will be with the female. After breastfeeding, all the children will be given to the male husband only. Husband has the right among the children which he has produced from the wife. After divorce, she is free or he is also free to go for a remarriage with anybody, whomsoever they like. Widow and widower remarriage is also allowed. Widow is called as Randa and widower is called as Randi Ran. And widower remarriage is allowed and it is called as Natru. So the society is free and they can go for a marriage and remarriage, divorce is freely allowed. कुछ खाने के लिए कुछ नहीं खाने का है, कुछ खाने का चीज है, ऐसा कुछ है क्या? सब कुछ खा सकता है क्या?
परेजी जी के पाड़े કે ચાલો અમુક વસ્તુ નહીં ખાવાની આ દરમિયાન જ્યાં સુધી ડિલિવરી નહીં થાય ત્યાં સુધી અમુક વસ્તુ ખાવાનું એમ અમુક પ્રતિબંધ રાખે કે આ વસ્તુ નહીં
ખોરાક દહીં છાશ એવું નહીં ખવાય.
वो
Some of the restricted
जो बनाया है वो कल नहीं दे सकते, शाम का बनाया सुबह नहीं दे सकते, मतलब उसको बासी बोलते हैं.
बासी नहीं
देना है, दही नहीं देना है,
अच्छा
बटर मिल्क नहीं देना है,
अच्छा
वो फ्रूट में पपाया वे ऐसा वो कुछ नहीं देना है. जो गर्म होता है,
अच्छा
खाने में जो गर्मी लगती है वो ऐसा चीज नहीं देना है.
ओके ठीक है. अंत में डिलीवरी होता है ना, डिलीवरी आपको महीना करता है. हॉस्पिटल कौन लेके जाता है आप लोगों को? दवाखाना महीना लेके जाता है साथ में आप लोग, नहीं तो ऐसा ही चले जाता है आप लोग.
ઘેર વાળા હોય તો લઈ જાય, ઘેર વાળા હોય તો લઈ જાય ને 108 બોલાવીએ.
108 में आएगा गाड़ी लेके जाएगा.
ફોન કરીએ એટલે લે.
108 the vehicle will be coming and take them for the delivery in the hospitals. और वो आपका साथ महीना का भी लेके जाता है क्या?
મહિના પર લઈ જાય.
हाँ लेके जाता है, महीना वहाँ डिलीवरी का कनेक्ट करता है. Here also, which you can see here, along with the 108 vehicle, they will be taking the midwife, that is a miner of traditional woman who conducts the delivery. She will also accompany there in the hospital. She conducts the delivery. आप वहाँ गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल में करने से कितना पैसा देता है?
पैसा तो
गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल में डिलीवरी होने से कितना पैसा मिलता है?
ગવર્મેન્ટ માં કરાવે સરકારી માં
सरकारी हाँ
કરાવે સરકારી એટલે પૈસા લે સરકારી માં કેટલા પૈસા
500 रुपया. So 500 rupees they will be getting. That is why they are going to the hospital and delivering the child there in the hospital and coming back. See, पहले बार आता है ना, उसको निकाल कर पिलाता है, ऐसा ही पिलाता है.
પીવડાવી દે.
हाँ?
પાછો ધોરાવાનું જ છે ને, वो
Directly, which कुछ नहीं. So directly they will be going for milking. Breastfeeding will be given immediately after the birth of the child with colostrum. That is the unique characteristics among this tribe. अच्छा, जो बच्चा पैदा होता है ना, कितना दिन तक वो उसको छठा करता है ना, छठा करता है आप लोग? कितना दिन में करता है?
6 દિવસ से
5 या 6 दिन
5-6 દિવસ से
5 दिवस में करता है. तो छठा में क्या क्या करता है?
छठी में શું કરો?
વિધિ શું કરો તમે છઠ્ઠી ના દિવસે?
કારી દોરી હાથે બાંધે, કંકુ બધું લગાડે, ચોખાની પૂંજ પાડે, પછી બધું પેલી જાય તો એક જ સોરોનું ઉતારીને પછી બધાને ઉભા રાખી ચાંદલો કરે કંકુ. હા એ એટલી જ એવી રીત કરે, મારી નણંદ જ પોતે કરતી છે. હા તે બધું તે મુકાવે ત્યાં પછી સાંજે રોટલા બનાવે, શાક બનાવે ને બધાને જેટલાને જમાડો ને તેટલાને જમાડ લે.
શાકભાજી કે પછી મરઘી?
મરઘી લાવે, મરઘી લાવે એ લોકો.
अच्छा, नामकरण कैसा करता है, कब करता है, कौन सा नाम देता है इसको?
એ લોકો તો
वो बुआ बोलते हैं ना, बुआ.
हाँ.
जो लड़की है वो
आपका बच्चा का क्या क्या नाम रखा है? शादी होने के बाद बच्चा पैदा करने के लिए बच्चा के कोई देवी देवता को प्रार्थना करता है क्या? अभी का बात नहीं पूछ रहा हूँ, आपका
जमाने का
बात पूछ रहा हूँ। कोई देवी देवता का पूजा करता था क्या?
करे
कौन सा देवी देवता का पूजा करता था?
કોઈ ના તા દેવતા જેવા હોય તેવા એ લોકો બધું કરે
क्या देवता नाम?
अभी जा रहे हैं, वो बोल रहे हैं अभी भी जंगल में जा रहे हैं वो पूजा के लिए।
पूजा के लिए जाता है।
हाँ, हमारे गांव लोग ने मरी माता से आखा गांव
मरी माता से पूजा करता है।
आखा गांव नहीं
पूरे गांव की।
अच्छा, मारी माता है।
मरी माता
So, वो नहीं बोल रहे हैं वो लोग, मारी माता का विलेज डेटी इज मारी माता फॉर देम।
और वो
They will worship all the people.
जंगल में, वो
जंगल में। It is Mary Mata is in the jungle, and their village people they will go and worship. For even to get a baby, that is for fertility also, they will go to the forest and they will worship the Mary Mata. That is Maria Mata is their you can call them as a Kuladaiv. That is a village deity. So Mary Mata, आप जो पूछेगा वो दे देता है।
हमारे आखा गांव
ના.
हाँ
તમે જે માંગે બરાબર, તમે પ્રાર્થના કરી તો
पहले बार होता है ना प्यूबर्टी से।
अपने लगन करवाने के
તેને માસિક और
Okay, now we will find out with her what are the performances and how it will be celebrated, what way they will be doing it. मासिक के होने के बाद क्या क्या करता है? उसको घर से अलग रखता है क्या? कितना दिन रखता है?
100 दिवस
6 दिन।
6 दिन के उसमें क्या क्या देता है? क्या क्या 6 दिन के बाद क्या करता है?
बाहर के लोगों ने बाहर जमाना
खाना पीने का सब बाहर देते हैं।
बाहर देता है। बाद में घर में बुलाने के लिए क्या करता है?
કોઈ વિધિ જેવી કરે? પહેલી વખત આવ્યો હોય છોકરી માસિક, એ સમય કોઈ વિધિ કરે?
વિધિ નહીં કરે
નહીં, એ सब
બહાર જ રાખે તેને તાને તેને જમવાનું બહાર જ આપતા કરે પછી 100 દિવસે બધું માથું નાવાનું થઈ ગયું પછી તેને ઘરમાં બોલાવે
6 दिन के बाद नहाने के बाद
अंदर लेके आते हैं। बस इतना है।
आओ बहन आओ।
એટલે પેલો આ ગીત મામાને કહેતા જાતે તેડો આવે રે પોતે તેડો આવે એટલે તે મામા પછી બોલાવે આવે એ હતો એ દેરાનું એમ
એટલે वो बोल रहे हैं कि अगर जो लड़का या लड़की शादी कर रहा है और मौसल पक्ष से मामा मामी आ रहे हैं और मामी रिस गई है, रूठ जाते हैं,
अच्छा,
तो वो बोलता है कि
मामो कहते जाते तेरो और पोते तेरो।
अगर मामा बोले और लड़का मामा खुद बोले कि वो लेने के लिए आए तो मैं आना चाहती हूँ, नहीं तो नहीं आऊंगी शादी में, ऐसा बोल रही है।
अच्छा, शादी का इन्विटेशन करना है, इनवाइटिंग करने शादी करने के लिए। दिस सॉन्ग इज डिवोटेड दैट हाउ टू इनवाइट द गेस्ट and how to call their maternal uncle and other maternal children. That is very important. That is what she is telling. So invitation extending, you please come to my marriage and celebrate our marriage. This is the song before marriage invitations. This is the song which they will be singing.
उसकी वो लड़की है, शादी जिसकी है, उसको वो सहेली है, उसकी फ्रेंड है, उसको वो बोलती है कि मेरे जो ये चोरी है ना उसके आजू बाजू में सेंट मतलब अत्तर छटवा दो, जिसके वजह से वो मामा आए मामी आए सब लोगों मेरे साथ मेरी शादी में आए, इसलिए वो मेरे आसपास वो अत्तर का मतलब सेंट का स्प्रे लगा दो।
अच्छा
देवी देवता को याद कर रहे थे। वो बोल रहे थे कि वो जो लीला बाम्बू बोलते हैं ना बांस, उसकी वो टोपली बना के उसमें वो अलग अलग तरीके के फूल लाके वो देवी को बैठाते हैं, उसके बाद उसकी शादी होती है। उसको मनाने के देव को बुलाने के लिए वहाँ मनाने के लिए उसके वो पहला गाना गाते थे गाया।
अच्छा After the death of the fifth day, they will be singing the songs. But what is that? वो पूजा का क्या बोलता है आप लोग? 5वां दिन करता है ना मरने के बाद, उसका क्या बोलता है? चाट.
बारमो तो 12 દિવસ પછી પેલો હુતક કે શું કે
હુતક ઉતારે ને
7 દિવસ
7 દિવસ में क्या उसका नाम क्या बोलता है?
उत्तक
बोलता है। उत्तक सो उसमें उसका गाना कैसा करता है? सिखाओ दिखाओ
है ना।
अच्छा
हाँ ठीक है बाजू ना हमारे
The traditional substance of economy of the Kolgha was food gathering and hunting. Over a period of change, the economy has changed to a great extent. The forest policies and the expansion of the culture forced them to move from the jungle into the peripheries of the jungles. And now most of them are inhabiting into the peripheries of the forest regions. They lost their substance of economy. Now they became daily wage laborers in the farms. Let us find out from this Kolgha man about his substance of economy. 1 महीना 2 महीना कहाँ गाँव
6 महीने चले जाते
6 महीने बच्चों के साथ
सबके साथ चले जाते।
कहाँ कौन सा गांव चलता है?
सायण वो शुगर की फैक्ट्री है ना, इसके आजू बाजू के एरिया में जाते हैं। सायण है, सूरत है, मठी है।
हाँ
वो सब यहाँ फैक्ट्री जान पाते वाले मतलब सब लोग जानते हैं कि मठी में शुगर है, सायण में शुगर है, सूरत में है, बारडोली में है। ये सब ब्लॉक मैं बोलता हूँ सब ब्लॉक है, वहीं जगह सब शुगर की फैक्ट्रियाँ है। तो इसके आजू बाजू में गन्ना सब बोते हैं ना खेडूत लोग, तो ये लोग यहाँ काटने के लिए वहाँ चले जाते हैं।
These are the sugarcane fields which you are observing. Around 6 months they will stay here in these migrant places with their families. They will work for from the beginning of the sugarcane until the end of the cutting, and they are supplying this sugarcane to the factories. The impact of developmental schemes also observed in this Kolgha population. I have noticed more than 12 families has given dairy loans under the subsidies for purchase of the cows and buffaloes. Now, these 12 families are benefited with the milch and milch animals. They are selling good amount of milk to the dairy. The substance of economy of these 12 families has also changed. Economically, they are improved to a great extent, which has been observed in the field. Now let us find out how these people are benefiting with this scheme.
वो बोला है कि 25,000 सरकार देती है, इसमें से 12 या 13,000 डिस्काउंट मिलता है बाकी।
अच्छा, so 25,000 rupees the government will give for the cow. The development board has helping them for providing the cows and buffaloes. In this village, I came to know that there are good number of buffaloes and cows has been given as a loan. She is the woman. She is having these cows and 2 more cows, 3 cows she has got loan. 25,000 rupees is government is giving. In that 25,000 rupees, 12,000 is as a subsidy. The rest of the amount they had to pay back monthly for the back to the बैंक. So आपको कितना गाय मिला है यहाँ इधर?
तुमने कितनी गाय मिली? एक मिल गया।
एक गाय? कौन सा ये गाय? वो गाय दूध देता है वो?
दूध
हाँ
बंद है। अच्छा अभी बंद हुआ है दूध?
अभी बंद हुआ है। आप कितना लीटर देते थे वो? कितना लीटर देते थे?
3 साढ़े 3
एक दिन के?
एक दिन का 7 लीटर, सुबह 3 साढ़े 3, शाम को 3 साढ़े 3 लीटर।
So 7 liters she used to get. She used to get 7 liters of milk from the cow. And आप कितने में बेचते हैं 1 लीटर?
1 लीटर में सुबह
25 to 30 rupees. Depending on the fat content, the milk rate will be 25 to 30 rupees. So on an average, she will be getting 200 rupees per day. That is her income. And आप खुशी है उसी से? खुशी हो गया? हाँ? आपका She is happy with this scheme, and she says that such a type of schemes should be given to all the families so that the economic status of all the Kolgha people will be enhanced and they live happily apart from the substance of economy of going for labor. The Kolgha purchases their provisions in weekly shandies, which you can observe here. Weekly once, the shandies will be organized in the local regions where they will be getting all kinds of provisions. Generally, they are going for purchasing of these provisions in the weekly markets. Only for the rice, pulses and oil, they are going for the government fair price shops where they will be getting the rice, wheat under the subsidized schemes. In the weekly markets, almost all the items including cloths, dry fish, salt, onions, vegetables and ladies' costumes like bindi, bangles and different type of articles they are getting in the weekly markets. In this community there is no traditional political system exists because they are more acculturated and intermixed with the other tribal people inhabiting in this region. The panchayat system, not the traditional panchayat system, the panchayat system elected body, the sarpanch will do all the decisions with the help of the members and of the head of the households. So in these panchayats, divorce, remarriage and quarrels, different type of problems will be solved in this village by the panchayat president itself. There is no traditional panchayat exist among these people. That is a unique one which you can see here. That is more acculturated with the mainstream of the society. They follow the neo-local residence. That means after marriage, the son will establish a new house. At the time, they are not able to get the new ration card for the children. The ration card is associated with the entire family. Many of the families still place for them for construction of a new house also. This is one of the important one these people are facing. And कितना लोगों को गाय और भैंस मिला है इस गांव में? 10 Around 12 families they have got the cow loans.
इसी जो ये इतना एरिया है ना
हाँ।
उसका वो बोलते हैं
वही इसी विलेज में. In this village they have got 12 people benefited with the cows. They are satisfied with the cow loans. Even आप हर एक घर को आप गाय चाहता है क्या? गाय और भैंस चाहता है? चाहता है? तो वो गाय भैंस देने से आपका अच्छा हो जाएगा?
अच्छा हो जाएगा.
अच्छा हो जाएगा. और से बताओ.
गाय भैंस जो આપે તો અમારું જીવન સુધરી જાય એમ ફ્રીમાં એમ. પછી લોન ની કે સબસિડી ની કે કઈ નહીં એમ તો અમારથી એમ ભરી નથી શકાય એમ. અમારું ગુજરાન ચલાવે એમ. બધા આખા ફરિયા ખાતે એમ આપે એમ બધાને તો અમારું ગુજરાન ચાલે એમ. એ રીતે સાહેબને અમારી દરખાસ્ત થશે એમ. અમારી એમ સરકારની અમારી નમ્ર વિનંતી એમ.
Every house a free loan of free cow or a buffalo for each household, so they can make the substance of economy and they can live happily because they can sell the milk. In this region they have a good domestication of animals is going on, which you have seen. There are more than 12 families has benefited. Their economic status also increased. In the same way, all the households they request to provide the buffaloes or the cows so that they can able to domesticate and they can develop their economic status without depending on the landlords and without going for the migration. These people are migrating every year 5 to 6 months for sugarcane cutting and different occupations, and they will come back here and they will with that money, earn money around 15 to 20,000 rupees they will be earning each family. With that money they will be living for entire 6 months. Then again they will be migrating as a laborers. So now they are asking at least the ladies can stay back here, take care of the buffaloes or the cows, and the milk products they can sell and they can live. So that is the request these people are making to the government and the policy makers. And it is a wise request by these Kolgha people. I request that government should come forward to provide free cows or the buffaloes for each household so they can live without any difficulty, without any problem, so that the economic status of these people can be. And one thing I am observing in this community is they are forgotten slowly, and also now they are not able to remember their gotras. They have forgotten about the terminologies which used for the different kind of functions, different kind of nomenclatures. They have forgotten totally, and it is very difficult for them in future to claim the status of their tribal status, primitive tribal status, because they lost their identity itself, because their identity about a particular tribe is with the culture which they are having. So the culture they are totally forgotten. Many of them are forgotten about the way of performing of the rituals, their ritual gods, their traits, different type of traits they have forgotten, because they are more exposed to the Hindu civilization or urban civilization. So I think myself as an anthropologist, it is very difficult for these people to identify themselves in future. They belong to the primitive tribal society or a tribal society. If you are not going to protect them, they lose their identity as a tribe itself. Once they used to live happily in the jungle, and depending on the minor forest produce, food gathering, hunting and fishing, a different kind of occupation they had, and they were forced to leave their subsistence because of the forest policies and the expansion of the agriculture, expansion of the industries, and the push and pull theory we can apply here. The lot of migrants they came over here, they have taken away the agriculture lands which you have seen, they are growing sugarcane here, and they are being pushed aside and they are being deprived. Presently they are became agricultural laborers going for sugarcane cutting. None of them are possessing any kind of land except these houses. I doubt very much these houses they have the pattas or no, and this is the dilapidated conditions which they are living presently. I think these are the one of the primitive tribes in Gujarat, the forgotten people, and they are facing for their survival. It is very difficult for them. If you are not going to protect them, they may extinct from the planet very soon.
किसी को नहीं
ये घर सभी किसी का नाम में पट्टा है?
पट्टा नहीं है
पट्टा नहीं है. So this is one of the, they doesn't possess any agricultural land, and also these houses which they are inhabiting, they doesn't have any pattas. At any time they will be thrown out. This is the pathetic condition. What will be the future? Because of the expansion of the civilization and culture and the encroachment by the outsiders, it become a problem for them. Because now they have been pushed inside the jungle. Now they are facing the problem. Because they doesn't have the pattas, tomorrow a jamindar and landlord, they may ask to vacate these houses also.
એટલે અમને આ પૈસા 300 રૂપિયા ભરાયા ને પછી 21,000 મળશે તમને એમ કે પછી અમને નહીં મળ્યા
એવું કોને કીધું?
આ બાજુ અમારે છોકરા એક ફાર્મ ભરેલું પેલા મારી જેઠા છોકરો છે તેને ફાર્મ ભરેલું
આ 21,000 મળશે એવું તમને કોને કીધું?
તલાટીએ કીધું કે
તલાટીએ સરપંચ
કે કોઈ બહારનો માણસ આવ્યો તો કે એનજીઓ વાળો આવ્યો તો કોણ?
એટલે નહીં ના કહી દી.
यहाँ कोई NGO आता है क्या? NGO especially in Gujarat, many NGOs are working, but many of them are fake NGOs. Here you can see the one of the NGOs which you can observe here. He came here in this village for giving the widow pensions. He has collected 300 rupees from each widow and aged woman, and he has gone. But it is a fake application he has given. If you provide, they will be giving 1,500 rupees as a pension per month. But it is, she is telling, she is a fake person, and there is no such a type of NGO exists at all. And he collected 300 rupees. And in this region, many of the NGOs or fake NGOs are going on and cheating the tribals. आपका कितना पैसा लिया है ये?
300 ભર્યા
300 rupees she has taken 300 rupees. Till now they have disappeared. So many people, the primitive tribes and also the tribal people, these NGOs are cheating. I request the government to look into these affairs, to curb these type of cheating NGOs. Otherwise these people may perish. It is not only in this region, many of the regions I have seen NGOs are going into the interior villages and promising them that they will get financial benefit, not only for the widow pensions, different type of loans, different type of cow loans, bull loans, different type of loans they will be giving. Like that they are collecting the money and they are disappearing. So NGOs should be watched closely by the government. There should be a unit to observe these NGOs, how they are cheating, how they are looting the money from the primitive tribal people and also different type of Adivasis, not only in Gujarat, all over India. This is the practice which is going on. It should be curbed and it should be serious punishment be given for such a type of fake NGOs who are coming and cheating these people. These people, if they will work for one entire day, she will be getting only 50 rupees for as a daily wage labor. With that 50 rupees she has to eat, she has to live and she has to take care of this family. So how she can able to provide 300 rupees? She has, in spite of the difficulties, she has provided 300 rupees. This fellow has disappeared and she is in the condition, she is weeping. She was not able to get back her money and she don't know who is the person who came here. This is the sorry state of affair in many of the states which is happening. There should be a special cell should be constituted to control these NGOs. See, harassment is quite common among this aboriginal population which you are seeing here. Many of the children are deprived from education, from food, everything. Here you can see the children, they doesn't have the clothing at all. Many of the children are nude. You see the children, they doesn't have a clothing, proper clothing. This is the conditions of these people living here. And they doesn't have the food also. They are not able to go for the school. And what will be the developmental aspects are taking place for these tribals in India? The situation is not only in Gujarat. entire India, more or less the same thing is existing. See, this boy doesn't have any piece of cloth. This boy, you can see the children, all these children, they are not going for the school. What happened? What is doing for the Tribal Affairs Ministry and the Tribal Department? Where the money is going? Millions of rupees we are diverting for under tribal sub-plan, but it is not reaching to the grassroots level. That is why I have told my Canadian experiences, it should be identified the band system. You directly send this money from central government to the particular tribal, primitive tribe, to the particular bands or the clans. They will in turn, they can able to develop. If you can able to send it the money through the state government, again to the collector, then BDO, Black Development Officer, and to the low level worker, then even 10 paisa from 1 rupee is not able to reach for these people. That is my experiences. Even Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, they have told in their speech in Andaman Islands that even if it reaches 15 paisa to 20 paisa is a great achievement for India. Here, not even 20 paisa from a rupee there it is not reaching. I have not seen any kind of development in this region at all. Primitive tribes, they have been totally forgotten in this country. Only few tribes in few states they are taken care of. Others are forgotten people. You see these forgotten children. You see this lady. She cannot change the cloth. She is having only one nightie and one gown. When I asked her, she says that she is doesn't have a substitute to go for a bath. She cannot change. You can see the vulnerable population. So see that lady. She is having only one cloth purchased from seconds from the market. They doesn't have a new clothing. This is the conditions of many of these people. So you have to think. The Planning Commission has to think seriously. What to do? We have in India many anthropologists who has worked among the tribals. So we should invite all these eminent scholars, sit together, and how to develop a policy level decision should be taken. Otherwise, these vulnerable 75 groups are going to disappear. If not today, tomorrow they will not be there. Culturally, biologically, genetically, we are going to lose this population. That is my submission to you people and also to the policy makers and decision makers. Thank you. And very few, they have forgotten the Goth, that is the clan names also. So it is a, they are going fast change. It is mainly due to the urban expansion and the interference with the different caste groups are coming here who is interacting. If this woman dies, the songs which are sung, it will be extinct. Nobody knows about the songs, nobody knows about their gods, traditional gods and traditional rituals also they have forgotten. That is the sorry state of affair presently these people are living. So until unless if you won't take a drastic step for the conservation of this population, it is very difficult to save this population. That is my observation, which I am seeing these people throughout Gujarat. I am gone in search of these people. Finally, I can able to see some of these people who are living in Gujarat state. Since last 3 days, I tried my level best. More than 1,500 kilometers I had travelled in my vehicle, and finally we have located some of the traditional people who are living here in this region, and they are also living in a pathetic condition. I request the policy makers, decision makers and the planners to go for a micro project to rehabilitate these people at one place, and so that they can able to live their livelihood. Otherwise, now I came in the morning, we have seen some of the men. Now it is 12:30, but no men is there in this village. Only few women are there. Men and women, they have gone for the agriculture labor or road laying, different type of labor. If they won't go for a one day also, they will not able to eat the food. That is the economic conditions of these people. So we have to see these people. Something we have to do for these people. It is the time the policy makers should develop a micro project individually for these primitive tribes of Gujarat. I plead to the Chief Minister of Gujarat and the Minister of HRD and the Tribal Affairs Ministry and the Prime Minister to look into these pathetic conditions of the primitive tribes, not only in Gujarat but all over India, the 75 primitive tribes. If you are not going to take drastic steps, these people may disappear. If they disappear, that traditional culture, that is a rich cultural heritage of India, will be disappearing. Then there won't be any unity and diversification we call. We don't have the diversification. We may have the unity, but diversification, diverse cultures. These are the people, first nations of India. From the origin of the earth, they are living here and they are now deprived to stay in their own land. They have been pushed to aside. Now they are struggling for their survival. So this is my submission. After spending more than 10 days, I have collected this data. I am dedicating this ethnic vision to the nation and the people of India. You decide how to save this population. Thank you very much for this. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. The Kolgha are biologically, genetically, culturally a distinct population living on the earth. It is the duty of all of us to save this aboriginal population before they extinct from the planet.
Thor